Hey everyone, we're back.
We are back.
We definitely don't have a special episode for you today. It's gonna be really shitty.
It's the worst one.
Yes.
By far.
So what do we what are we drinking tonight, Britton?
Ooh, the beer of choice. I like this newfound tradition we're doing. It's pretty great. But tonight we are drinking a Torpedo Extra IPA from Sierra Nevada Brewery.
And what sucks is we don't have a bottle opener, so we're gonna have to do something a little bit special. I got a butter knife, and I'm gonna make a little lever.
I feel like that is the precursor to something awful. Point the end of it. Okay,
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
So you're pointing the sharp end at me.
I've been white trash for a while. I know what I'm doing.
Sharp end of a butter knife. How sharp can it actually be?
God, I know what I'm doing.
See, but here's the thing. I almost...
I'm good at it, dude.
You are
I've been
good.
doing this for a long time.
Well, good for
you
you.
give me any like blunt object with like a level end, and I can open any beer.
Oh,
I can do it with a lighter. I did it with a pen once.
Any blunt edge. Funny story, though, about a butter knife. I literally damn near almost cut my brother's pinky off when we were kids with a butter knife.
Yeah, you told me you were like really pissed at him, want to teach him a lesson.
No, well, okay. I was a little upset at it, I'm not going to lie. But the story was I came home from my friend's house, and him and my mom were making like graham crackers with peanut butter on them. So you spread the peanut butter on top. And he refused to give me the knife. I asked nicely. I was like, hey, may I please have one? And he's like, no. And he was like 2. And so he was holding the sharp, or he was
What
just
a
holding
dick
it.
2-year-old. He really had it coming. I mean, I'm rooting for you here.
So I grabbed the end of it and I pulled it, but it went through his palm and he was holding on and just whoosh, right through his pinky.
Was that Bo? Can I say his name?
Yeah, it was my brother Bo.
Poor Bo.
It's my only brother I got, man. So I almost cut his pinky off, and he still has it. And he still has the scar. But you know, I'm still upset because I just wanted to partake in the snacks and he just didn't want me to. So I forcibly took it. I'm not the asshole here.
I'm going to watch myself around you from now on. Seems like you might have an anger issue.
Pass the butter knife, Cleveland. So help me God.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm tired tonight, though. I'm going to tell you. I had to drink a Red Bull at like 5 p.m. just to stay awake.
Well, I drink like 3 cups of coffee a day, so.
1 Red Bull is like 3 cups of coffee. So I think we're pretty equally caffeined.
I'm fucking ready, Britton.
I'm fucking ready.
I'm ready to do this podcast. Oh my God.
Oh, my God.
What's the topic?
So we're talking about urban legends. We wanted to do urban legends, but there are so many of them. Like there are hundreds, if not thousands, of urban legends, and so we wanted to narrow it down a bit.
And you know what? We have so many listeners in different states.
We do. We are almost in every state.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And a lot of countries, too. You know, we like to brag a little bit. We're still young. We're a small fish in the abyss, and we're hoping to get bigger. But so we were thinking about how to narrow it down, and we decided why not take a tour of the 50 United States and cover the scariest or most popular urban legend in every state.
America.
Oh, gotta be proud.
So damn patriotic.
Because we're cool and we have it all together, we're just gonna go alphabetical, because that's super unique and just great.
Everyone heard the America song, you know, where it's like Alabama,
Bama.
Alaska, Arizona.
Arkansas, California,
Yeah, there you go.
Colorado,
So,
Connecticut.
what states are you doing?
So we are covering the first 5. So we have on tap Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, and California.
Cool.
So we're just going to go ahead and jump on into it here. And we're not going to be doing this concurrent episode. So next week, we're not going to do the next 5. We're going to scatter them around so it's not just...
We'll have 10 episodes.
Yeah, so it's not just going to be the next 10 episodes, Urban Legends, the United States. So don't worry. And once we're done with the United States, we're hoping to maybe branch out to other countries and stuff and cultures. So if you have suggestions, you know where to send it. So you want me to go ahead and start us off there?
Yeah. What was it? Alabama?
Alabama.
Ooh.
So Alabama's urban legend goes by the name of Hell's Gate Bridge. A haunted, spooky
It's an aggressive bridge. It's not really named that, right? Or is that just what the locals call it?
That's what it's called, Hell's Gate Bridge.
Oh.
I mean, it probably started with the locals. I didn't find another name for it.
So I guess like in Alabama, it's all about like football and naming bridges after hell.
Yeah, that's it. But it has stories, as all urban legends do. So this urban legend began with a fatal accident in the 1950s. So death kicked this one off. A young couple had somehow driven their car off of the bridge one late night and had both drowned in the river. The bridge is located in Oxford, Alabama, and is still there today. With this story emerges 2 legends that can occur. So there's two things that can happen.
Ooh.
Okay. The first one states that if you were to drive your car onto the bridge, turn it off with the lights, the drowned couple will appear in your car and leave a wet spot on the seat where they sat.
You know what I'm going to do? Because,
What?
you know, if we ever travel the country, if this, you know, thing gets big, you know, I'll do that, but I'm going to put towels on the back of my seat.
Right.
You know, I'll be like, ha, got you.
So, yeah. I mean, it's kind of interesting. So you can't see them. They don't appear, so you can't look around. So you park your car, you're supposed to wait a few minutes. When you drive away, you're like, oh, nothing happened. And then you look back there, and your seat's fucking wet. So then you know.
Well, my towels are going to be wet in this
Your
situation.
towels. I don't know if they'll sit there. They're like, nope, you're not part of the legend. Get out of here. Now, I thought the same thing. I wanted to go and drive my car onto it, but there's big cement blocks that are blocking the bridge, so you can't get your car on there.
That's so dumb.
I mean, I guess you could if you really wanted to. So maybe we just have to bring a jackhammer with us. Get those cement blocks out of the way.
2 men are arrested.
Trying to park the car in Hell's Gate Bridge. Dumbasses. I can see the headlights now. Alabama Front News.
It's a Bamarama.
The second legend is where the bridge actually received its eerie name. It is believed that if you were to drive over the bridge with your car and look over your shoulder about halfway across, you will see a fiery portal to hell open up behind you.
Oh, well,
So, the portal to hell.
I would definitely not reverse.
It's located in Alabama. Now, it says you have to look over your shoulder. I don't know the rules on this. I don't know if you can look in the rearview mirror, but you just have to.
You have to, or if you want to see it.
If you want to see the portal, you have to look over your
Okay.
shoulder,
Okay.
and you'll see a fiery portal of hell. So that's pretty cool.
That's pretty spooky.
So if you are eager, like Cleet, to drive your car onto this, of course, they've blocked it off with those big cement blocks, and they discourage walking across it because of its poor condition.
Yeah, you probably don't want to drive across that bridge then.
Yeah. So if they don't want you to walk across it, they definitely don't want you driving across it. So unfortunately, you can't test this theory out yourself, sadly. In 2007, a group called the Oxford Paranormal Society did an investigation at the bridge. Their investigation yielded no evidence of anything paranormal. So they didn't see any hellfire.
Case closed.
No
But they didn't
drowned
drive a car
club.
past it.
Yeah, I don't know. They just brought their cameras out, and I was on their website. Super legit. It's kind of interesting. Like this own little group with their equipment and everything. It's pretty cool. They did, however, spot something moving towards them and were a little concerned at first until they found out that it was just an armadillo. Good old Alabama. Armadillo's just running across the bridge at them. So they decided to chase it across the bridge where it leapt into the water to get away from them. Maybe it was just an armadillo from hell.
Well, it sounds like the armadillo was scared of them. Maybe he thought they were the demons.
Yeah, could be. They did capture one picture that appears to be an orb, but I did look at it myself. I think it's just dust or a bug. It's super inconsistent. Like,
Do we need to put it on YouTube?
Yeah, you can put it on YouTube. It's I don't believe that it's anything paranormal. So that is Alabama's urban legend, the Hell's Gate Bridge.
Damn.
What is up next?
I'll be going over Alaska, and they have something called the Alaska Triangle.
Ah.
So, to be honest, I actually heard of this before. So it was in a movie. I'm trying to think here. What was it called? They had the aliens. There was like a therapist lady. I don't know, but like it was really scary.
That really narrows it down. I don't know. I don't know
I
if
think
I've seen it.
It was like the fourth kind or encounters with the fourth kind. You remember? Because they put him under hypnosis, and they just went like fucking crazy.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why, but that movie really actually scared me a lot. You guys should check it out.
It sounds like alien movies are what really scares you. Which
No, it really is.
Which
because-
I'm surprised
yeah.
you don't like signs.
Yeah, I hate signs. I think the premise of it really scared me the most because in the movie the lady realizes that there's like fingernail scratches at the edge of her bed.
Yeah.
Of her being dragged out of her bed, and for some reason that just like scares me that in this world, you know, the movie, aliens could abduct you, like just beat the bejesus out of you on like their fucking plane, and then you just don't remember, and all you remember is just a little white owl outside of your window. I mean, it's just like it's a mind fuck.
A mind like fuck.
Yeah, it's a mind fuck. Yeah.
All right, I like it.
I don't like it at all. So anyways, let's look at a picture of the Alaska Triangle. I'm going to pull it up right now. I am going to say I was actually really
thing is
surprised
huge.
at how big that is, right? I mean, that's like,
That extends into Canada a little
yeah.
bit.
I mean, it's like, I would say a third of Alaska.
Yeah. that's
Alaska is huge. So,
And of course, if you follow us on YouTube, you'll get the picture there because we definitely want to include all that.
You know?
If you're listening audio-wise, it's massive.
and if you're looking at the picture, you'll notice that it's obviously obtuse.
Obtuse.
Yeah. All right. So a couple known facts about this is the territory is protected as a national park, and it encompasses about 65 million acres. I mean, it's expansive, just desolate woods, terrible weather. And I already kind of have like a weird thing about national parks. I've read a lot about 411, which we could go over in another episode.
Like David Paulides
Yeah,
stuff?
there's a lot of weird disappearances in national parks.
So you're just concerned about all the disappearances, people not coming back?
Yeah, I mean, most of these people that disappear are never found.
Have you been to many national parks?
A few,
Okay.
but I've never camped there. I mean, I don't know.
I've been to a lot, and I still come back every time, so...
Yeah, the thing about 411 episodes is, or 411 accounts, they usually take really smart people, so...
Oh, wow.
I'm
Fuck
kidding,
you.
and really people on the low end of IQ. So you're probably still good.
Probably.
So interesting statistic: since 1980, 60,700 people have disappeared in this triangle.
Holy shit.
From 1980 to today.
60,000?
Yeah, it's a ton. It's crazy. When they're doing the statistics, that means that it's 5 people per 1,000 residents per year disappear.
God.
Which ends up being 2,250 per year. And again, yeah, I mean, the bodies are generally not found. They're gone.
And are they campers, I'm assuming? Because it's a national park?
You know, I think it's all walks of life. Some people do say it's campers. We'll jump into theories a little bit later.
Okay.
So I think that every triangle story has a good plane disappearance story.
Yeah.
Right?
I wish Amelia Earhart could be here to tell us.
Well, you know about like your Bermuda Triangle, those B-52s that disappeared?
Yeah,
Like
dude.
11 of them, never found.
Triangles are bad.
Triangle's bad.
Triangles
Yes.
are scaring me.
Bad. So here's a story. There was a politician named Thomas Hale Box. He was a Democrat and had a position in the member of the U.S. House of Representatives. In 1972, he was fundraising in Alaska. He got into a plane flying from Anchorage to Juneau. He was never seen again. So because this guy was fairly important, I mean, he's a political dude, there was an intense search for him. It lasted 39 days, and the search covered over about 62,000-mile radius.
Okay. My question, I mean, what year was this again? You might have said it.
1972.
Okay, so this started in 1980, the disappearances?
Oh, that's just a stat. That's just a
Okay.
stat. Disappearances have been going on there for a while.
If they are researching that big of an area with that many people, I wonder if they came across anyone else that was missing.
No. Well, the thing is, I don't know if they found any dead bodies, but they never found the plane wreckage. Hasn't been found to this day. Weird thing is, it was supposed to have a transponder in it to like where if you
locate.
crash, you know, it's like, this is where I am. There was no transponder or it malfunctioned.
What do you think it is? Where do you think these things go? Like, again, the Bermuda as well. It's just this big triangle, and they just disappear. Where do you think, personally, where do you think they go?
I have a theory.
Let's hear it.
It's wherever my fucking socks go after laundry.
Amen. God, the amount of socks that I lose.
I don't know, man. I don't know. The more like, if you were to parallel this with like the 411 cases, like I don't have no clue. Like they're so weird.
Would you believe it's another dimension?
Could be. You know, I mean, you can't rule that out.
You can't. I mean, at this point in time, you can't rule anything out.
I think the strong argument is, you know, it's always going to be like people getting lost in predation, but it's significant numbers,
Right.
And you know,
I mean, 60,000
anecdotal
people.
stories can be very strange.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I would hate to fly or go anywhere near that. I'm not the type of person that gets scared of things like this, but to hear 60,000 people never make it out of there,
yeah,
No thanks.
I hate flying too. I
don't mind
because
it.
if you crash, you're dead, man. Like you
are
bye.
more likely to die when you get in your car. You realize that, right?
Yeah, but but if a plane crashes, you're more likely to die than a car crash.
I mean, true, but same thing though. You can't live your life with what ifs, bro.
I go in planes. I'm not comfortable. All right, let's jump into the theories.
Theories.
So, I tried to kind of like craft these in a way that would be more relatable for you specifically, Britton.
Okay.
So-
I don't know what that means, but let's find out.
One idea is something called energy vortexes. These are generally, you know, talked about from hippie circles. You know, they could be real, probably not. But people claim, well, these vortexes like radiate positive or negative energy, you know?
Okay.
Like, oh man, it's great, you know?
What was
Again,
that
hippie
again?
stuff. I don't know. So, like, for example, let's say you, Britton, are going through a positive vortex.
I'm just feeling these positive vibes.
Yeah, you
bro.
become very euphoric. I mean, you would just be like, oh man, everything's great. And then you would be like, hey, I'm going to climb that mountain over there because everything's awesome. I'm going to be king of this mountain.
This is like my last
Yeah.
weekend.
Then you overexert yourself. You don't realize it because you're so damn euphoric, and you die climbing that mountain.
Oh, what a tragic ending
Yeah, yeah.
to a simple hike.
Again, so trying to relate these. So let's say you go into a negative vortex.
Oh.
So let's say you're with a party of people, you know, I don't know, anybody. In this negative vortex, you could get very angry and murderous, and you kill everyone in your company. And then, you know, you get yourself.
Oh,
You know? Like the hard goodbye.
okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Vortexes.
Interesting. Okay, vortex. Great.
Pretty interesting theory.
So he was on this plane, and he just decided, you know what? I'm having a bad day. Some bad energy, some bad juju going on. Poof.
Or maybe he's like, I feel so great, the pilot, I'm going to land on that fucking mountain. It's going to be hard, but I'm going to land there.
And then they're just
And they're
gone.
dead. Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Another theory, it involves cryptids.
Cryptids.
Some people speculate that there could be a bloodthirsty Bigfoot or Yeti roaming those parts of the woods. You know?
Or a good old-fashioned Wendigo.
You know, you're just walking around. You go into Bigfoot's territory or the Yeti. I'm not really sure if you'd call it the Yeti because it's snowing, I guess.
The Yeti would be
And he's
more-
just like, I'm going to murder you.
yeah.
That's
as,
my place.
as Yetis be, man.
Get the hell out of my remote woods.
Murderous.
Yeah.
But so obviously, I guess the plane would crash then, and then the Yeti would be like, I'm going to eat you.
Well, no, I mean, we're not, talking about the plane crash. This is the theory of the disappearances, right?
Right, but how would a Yeti get a flying plane, bro?
But I'm just saying that this could be another plausible theory of why 60,000 other people disappeared.
Gotcha.
All right. Yeti could have thrown a stone at it. I don't fucking know. All right.
That's a hell of a story.
Yeah. So another cryptid is called the Kushtaka.
Oh.
Boom shakalaka.
Kushtaka, boom, shaka, waka, waka, waka.
So
Flocka.
this creature is said to be able to shapeshift, and it can mimic human voices and other various sounds. So
This is
kind of
just
like
a Wendigo, dude.
Yeah, it's a Wendigo with a fancy name. It is said that they try to lure people that are hiking, and they try to like call for help
for
in
help,
a human, like in a human voice, and they can mimic any voice. It could be a man, a woman, or
Child.
even a baby.
Yeah.
Like, what would you do if you're in the middle of the woods and you're camping, middle of the night, and you hear a baby crying just on the edge of the darkness? Would you check it out?
Well, it depends. In this time, in this day and age, after all the podcast episodes we've done, my first thought would be like, it's a fucking Wendigo. But obviously, the humanitarian
You
in me
gotta
would be
do
like,
it,
I
man.
gotta
You
go
gotta
check
do
it out.
it.
Yeah, if it's a baby, yeah.
Pair up. Don't
Yeah,
go in
don't
alone.
go alone.
You can't let a baby die in the woods, those sick Wendigo bastards. All right. So once these people get to this otherworldly being, they get torn apart and put into shreds.
Put into shreds?
Yeah. Except for that one guy that survived and said the story. Because, I mean, how would people know that unless someone
Oh.
got away?
That's true.
Yeah. I saw the confusion in your face.
Well, we didn't talk about a survivor, so I was a little confused.
So the next theory, which I think is the most plausible, and it can explain a lot of the disappearances, but maybe not all.
It is aliens.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Oh, I
man.
did skip that one. Yeah, we got to go to the alien theory. Okay. Scratch. All right.
Oh, there was aliens. I knew it.
So the next theory is aliens.
That's it.
Yeah. So
That's it.
I'm just saying, like, if I were a captain of an alien ship looking for human bodies, I think Alaska would be a good place to go.
Out of every other United State.
I'd be like, hello, fellow aliens. We're going to Juneau, and we're going to abduct some people and do what we do with them.
And we might check out
Yeah.
Anchorage after.
I'm just saying, you don't want to show up on Dateline. Let's get them in Juneau. It would be really crazy, though, if it was aliens, because that would imply that there's some type of mass human harvest going on, which to me kind of makes me cringe.
Yeah, that is. It's like a hot spot for human
Yeah.
abductions.
Yeah.
It's gross.
They're like cattle down there. So the next theory, which is, I would say, a lot more plausible, is people getting lost in the woods.
Yeah.
You got to respect nature because she'll come for you.
Especially in this year, good old 2020, where it seems like everything's trying to just off humankind.
The thick trees and foliage can get you lost, and the cold is unforgiving. Any type of injury sustained on a trip could be a death sentence.
Right. You're all the way up the fucking mountain and you break your leg, you're
Twist
done
an
for.
ankle, man.
Yeah.
You're by yourself. Yeah. Not to mention, there's predators roaming around there in the woods. I mean, you could meet a bear, and you could become their picnic basket.
Picnic.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
boo.
Hey, boo-boo. Or you just might get mauled by a bunch of wolves, you know? Would you have a preference?
No, but I know you have an immense fear of being eaten alive, so you take your pick, bro.
I would, maybe the wolves, because then you die quicker.
Then a bear?
Bears stink, too.
I'm sure wolves stink as well, bro.
Yeah, bears, though, they stink. You can smell them.
They really stink.
Yeah. And another thing is, it is said that a lot of people wander out drunk from a bar
Oh.
and fucking die.
Just go up the mountain like, I'm drunk, I'm going for a hike.
Pretty interesting story. Would I not go visit Alaska? I would. But it does just bring up the question. I mean, is there some type of weird force making people disappear out there, or just people getting lost? I don't know.
Yeah, it could be both. It could start with people getting lost, bumping into some mysterious force. All right, so we covered the cold-ass region. We're going somewhere warm. We're headed over to Arizona. In Arizona, the urban legend is the ghosts of Slaughterhouse Canyon.
That is gross.
Would you
name.
go camping at Slaughterhouse Canyon?
I would be hesitant. I mean, how did it get its name?
Well, let's find out. It's actually a very peaceful story. Not. The story of Slaughterhouse Canyon, also known as Luana's Canyon, which is much less exciting if you ask me, began during the gold rush in the 1800s. Side note, the story has not been proven, so take this with a grain of salt.
Okay.
This canyon is located just outside of Kingman, Arizona, so if you want to visit it, there you go. A very poor family lived in a small wooden shack in the center of the canyon. Again, another horror movie setup right there.
That'd be a pretty good place to live, though.
In the middle of the canyon, a wooden shack.
Yeah.
In the 1800s?
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
No.
Be a nice little scenery.
No. Due to the lack of food, the father would often leave Luana, which was his wife, hence the name of the canyon, and venture out into the canyon in search of food or even gold, anything to keep his family clothed and fed. On one fateful night, as you might have guessed, the father did not come home. Where did he go?
The slaughterhouse.
I think he ventured off to Alaska, hit that triangle. They started to slowly starve and descend into madness. The kids, constantly crying due to their ravenous hunger, eventually upset their mother to the breaking point. One night, having heard enough, the mother put on her wedding dress and murdered her children by chopping them up into small pieces. What relevance does the wedding dress have in this? I don't know. They said that she lost her mind, she was exhausted and tired, but put on her wedding dress and fucking murdered her kids. With said pieces in hand, so she's carrying the chunks of her children, she walked to a nearby river and threw them in. She's just throwing chunks of her babies in there, bro.
Aww.
Like, I wonder if she's trying to fish. It is said that she remained on the riverbank and wailed all night and into the next day, where she eventually died of starvation. The legend of Slaughterhouse Canyon states that if you were to venture down into the canyon at night, you can still hear the loud, anguished cries of the mother losing her mind, and even the screams of her children as they're being butchered alive. So
That makes me sad. I don't like that.
That was pretty nuts. But again, it hasn't been proven, so it's probably not real. But it is pretty popular. A lot of people do go to Slaughterhouse Canyon. I was looking online. A lot of people have ventured down and taken pictures of it. I think it'd be cool to go. I've been to Kingman, Arizona a couple times, so...
It's just weird that that's what it's called. I mean, that must have been a really prevalent story, because I'm assuming that was named Slaughterhouse because of that story. Am I right?
Yeah, I mean, that's what the legend states. But it's also called Luana's Canyon, which I think the locals call it, which, like I said, it's not the prevalent name, so it depends. If the people that believe in the story, the urban legend, they call it Murder or Slaughterhouse Canyon. Otherwise, it's known as Luana's Canyon. But, yeah, it's a pretty crazy story. Now, I did a lot of digging, and for it being the most famous case, there's really not a whole lot of other information on it. Like, there's some people that took pictures that we can post on YouTube, but other than that, there's no, like, audio files that I could find to the screams. There's no anything else, so It's pretty short, but good old Arizona Slaughterhouse Canyon. There you go.
Wow, Arizona, that's scary.
So I guess we're going to Arkansas next.
Arkansas. It's funny, you know, when I was like pulling up videos trying to get people's interviews on here, I was having trouble understanding what they said.
From Arkansas?
A
Wow. A lot of mumbling.
Yeah. So let's talk about the Arkansas Boggy Creek Monster.
Oh, we get ourselves a monster.
There's a lot of like names in there. They should have just made it simpler. But
the Creek Monster.
The beast goes by many names. He's also known by the Folk Monster or the Southern Sasquatch.
Ah,
yeah,
you got a good old Southern twang.
I think you could have better names like the Redneck Sasquatch.
Yeah, but it's like
or the Cletus Sasquatch.
The Cletus Sasquatch from the deep south.
Let's sell shirts.
I just imagine the Sasquatch. Then you got the Southern Sasquatch. It's got more of a drawl.
Yeah.
You're in my territory, boy.
Get out of my woods. Home's back where you came.
Best get out of my swamp there, boy.
He was playing a banjo and I just ran. Anyways, this creature is known to be humanoid, very tall. Some reports saying he's up to 10 feet tall.
Woo!
That's a tall person.
He should play for the NBA.
You know what I first thought of, like, when I heard 10 feet tall?
What's that?
The deep end in a pool. Like, he could be standing there.
That seems deep as a kid.
Yeah, it does, right? So,
even now, that's 4 feet taller than I am.
My God. So the first reported sightings were in 1953, when it was spotted by a 14-year-old boy and his father while hunting. The creature was described as to having reddish-brown hair and was sniffing the air. The father, being, scared, shot it with birdshot, but it had no reaction.
Well, it's not a fucking bird, so...
I don't know what birdshot is, but I assume it would hurt.
I don't know either, but it's birdshot. I assume it's best used on birds.
Oh, maybe it was bird shit. Just kidding.
He just shot a big old club of bird shit at him.
That's just rude.
That's also going to work. It's going to piss him off more than anything.
The story started to blow up in headlines in 1971 when it was reported to have attacked a home of the people named Bobby and Elizabeth Ford. So late one night on May 2nd, Elizabeth was just relaxing on her couch, just chilling,
hanging out.
Yeah. She had her window open, was getting a nice little southern breeze.
Probably got a cigarette.
And then, maybe a cigarette and some green tea,
I think it'd be peach tea.
I don't know,
no,
man.
Not Arkansas, that's more. Okay, we'll just go with tea.
I have no idea.
I don't either.
Yeah.
We're fucking stereotyping
I know.
shit
It's
out of
fun,
this.
though. I like it. All of a sudden, she heard a rustling by the window. She opened up her eyes to see a giant, hairy hand reaching through the screen window.
It's just her husband.
That's funny. Damn it, Earl. Or Bobby.
Damn it, Bobby. I said not tonight. Leave me alone.
Oh. So she first thought it was a bear, trying to make sense of the situation, but then realized just how human-like this hand was. But it was massive. In shock, she finally screams, and her husband leaps up from another room, sees the creature, grabs his gun, and chases it away. It was said that he fired several shots from his rifle, and he believed he hit the creature more than once. Although, after further inspection, no blood was found.
Of course not. I wonder if he's using birdshot as well. Or bird shit.
Maybe it doesn't bleed.
It's like Superman. Superman don't bleed.
There was an extensive search for the creature by local authorities, but they only found footprints that were three-toed, whatever that means. That's what it said.
So it's got 3 toes.
At 3 toes. They also found scratch marks on the porch, damage to the windows, and the house's siding was ripped off. The couple also stated that prior to the incident, they heard someone walking around their house in a circular motion for a couple hours every night.
Hours, huh?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you investigate? Every night for a couple hours. I'm going outside.
I don't know, man. I guess I'd be a little creeped out. I'd be like, who the fuck's out there? But ever since the sighting, the creature never returned to their house.
I mean, it's been found. They're ready. Because after that point, they're waiting for this thing. Like, you're not going to go rest on your couch with the window open ever again.
Probably had a bunch of guns after that. A couple sticks of dynamite.
Wrap some fucking barbed wire around your window.
I know how to make a bomb out of dynamite and toilet paper. The creature was spotted again later that year on May 23rd, when 3 people reported seeing an ape-like creature crossing U.S. Highway 71.
What happened when Bigfoot crossed the road?
He got to the other side and disappeared before people could find him.
That's it. They maybe
No photos.
I was thinking a blurry photo.
A blurry
Every
photo.
fucking photo is blurry as shit.
And it looks like he's overweight Tom from the bar.
That's Tom in his ghillie suit. He's a weirdo.
So, because it got in the papers, right, a ton of sightings started coming in from the residents, who also allegedly found similar tracks.
It's just, okay, so I was just going to say, that's the same thing as, I know we keep jumping back to this episode, but the alien abduction. One person reports it,
Yeah,
it
they all
makes the
see it.
paper,
Yeah.
everybody comes out.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh yeah, I actually saw something like that.
They just wanted attention.
It's the fucking just, yeah.
I'm a special man with a special life. All right. There was eventually a bounty put on this creature's head for $1,090 by the local radio station called KAAY. So K.
Okay.
I'm, you know, 1,090. I'm assuming in 1971 was a significant amount of money. Nothing crazy, but significant.
I mean, I would still take it today.
Yeah, really. So several hunters took it upon themselves to find this damn creature so they get some money. You know.
Some moolah.
Yeah. The city got a little bit scared because they were afraid of like people shooting other people in the woods.
Yeah.
You know? So they temporarily did a gun ban.
Okay, I was gonna say, how many accidental shootings are we about to have?
Now I didn't find any, but I wonder if there was. I wouldn't
You
be surprised.
shot old Harry John.
Harry John from Billy Bob's farm.
He's just got a hair condition.
Yeah. It's a hair
He's,
condition.
he's also
just
got a growing
Just
condition.
a hairy man.
Who cares if he's 10 feet tall?
Well, sadly, no reward was ever claimed.
Still walking around in those boggy swamps.
Yeah. You know, there were some weird things. There was a spike in people's cattle going missing and dogs being killed.
He's got to eat.
Yeah.
Sad, but he's got to eat.
Yeah. One of my favorite sightings was just a guy saying he saw the creature jump off a bridge.
Okay.
Maybe he was just trying to end the nonsense. He's like, yeah, I saw him, but he killed himself. So
Interesting.
just shut up about the creature already. There's still sightings today, although the peak was in 1971. But it really just begs the question, is there a giant ape running through the hills of Arkansas? Or is this just another example of mass hysteria?
No, that is the question.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just, I don't know. I feel the same way about Bigfoot and the Yeti. There's just always, I feel like it's been around forever. It would have been found by now.
Yeah.
And it's going to be old as shit. It's probably walking around on its cane, like hobbling around.
I don't know. There's some pretty compelling stories. I had a teacher, an English teacher when I was in high school, and he was talking about how he knew friends that were, I guess, reputable, that were some woods in California, like really deep in the woods. And they said that they saw a pack of Bigfoot walking in a certain direction.
A whole pack.
Yeah, a nuclear family.
I was going to ask, what would you call a grouping of Bigfoot? Like you've got a
Big feets.
Like you've got a gaggle of geese.
Big feet.
You've got a murder of crows.
Yeah, we're going to copy it.
Big feets.
Yeah, we're going to make a t-shirt.
It's like, I saw them big feet.
I saw them big feets in Arkansas.
There's multiple big feets. There's like there's baby big feet, Papa big feet,
Papa Big Bear. Damn it, I said it wrong.
Big Bear. So, all right, good old Arkansas. But speaking of California, that's where we're headed next.
Damn.
Oh my
Some
God.
hocus pocus over here.
All right, good old California. So California's urban legend belongs to the Charman.
Was it some type of burnt man?
Hi, did you put two and two together?
Yeah.
Char meaning burnt.
Remember,
man
I'm a
being
detective
man.
for Finland.
Oh, that's true. You're the Finnish police.
I got deputized after this meeting. I got an email from the deputy of Finland police.
It was only a matter of time.
I know. My
I mean-
genius is finally recognized.
You were like that last episode. I was like, God, get this guy a badge.
Like we opened the well, there it was there.
It was there. It just happened. So if anyone out there needs a crime solved, Cleet is
Dude,
the
just
man.
just real quick, dude. We got so many listens from Finland on that last episode. It was
we
pretty
really?
cool. Yeah, like there was like 3 or 4.
Bullshit.
Yeah, just check it out.
And we were fucking trash talking their police. They're
Yeah,
probably
dude,
like,
it's
"Yeah."
funny.
It's great. That's pretty cool, actually. Okay, so this urban legend takes place in, and if I mispronounce this, I apologize. It's either Ojai or Ojai, California. It's Ojai. If you're from there and you listen, I apologize. I've never even heard of it until I researched it. But Ojai, California. Now, there are 3 supposed legends to this one. 3 ways that this charman came to be.
3 ways.
3 ways. It's a 3-way. The first legend states that in the year 1948, a father and son were both caught in a house fire and became horribly burnt. Legend has it that after the fire, the son became so mentally unstable upon his father dying that he flayed his dad's burnt skin off and hung his remains from a nearby tree. Which I don't understand why. I guess, okay, so they're both badly burnt. Dad dies, but like, I guess if it's like some attempt, like he's not burnt, but he's flaying his skin off and then hangs him from a nearby tree.
He didn't want his dad to look crispy.
All right, some crispy bacon. Police arrived to the scene shortly after. When they saw the son, he was so badly burned that they thought him dead at first sight. So he's just hanging out, crispy.
He just wasn't moving. He just looked like that's kind of creepy. Yeah. Can you imagine? Hang on. Could you imagine thinking like this guy's dead, like he's sitting like against a wall, and you like walk up and he turns his head, like looking at you?
No.
I would be so afraid. I'd be like, shit,
holy shit. But one thing that stands out to me here is it says, so it's a house fire. It says when the fire was done burning, where is the first responder? So police arrived when the fire's done burning. Like, I couldn't understand that. I'm like, where the hell were they? Like, they're supposed to get there quick to prevent this from happening. Scared of being caught, the son ran away before police could arrest him for what he had done to his father. So he just books it into the woods, never gets caught.
You know, if I was a fireman and I came to a place that was clearly burned up and I saw a flayed body hanging from a tree, and then I see this burnt, crispy dude sitting on a bench, and I walk towards him and he runs to the woods, probably wouldn't chase him.
No.
I'd be like, you know what? I'm going to get him next time.
I think you'd retire at that point. You're like, I've seen some shit.
Your boss is like, chase him down. He's like, here's my badge.
Because here's a sad reality to that fact, right? I'm sure firemen see a lot of unfortunate people that don't make it out, right? But to see someone like that just get up and run away after, like you said, seeing a flayed body in the tree, no, that's the cop's job to chase them. I'm going to try and save the structure at this point. So that's the first theory. So kid flays his dad, runs away into the forest. He's done. You good? All right, so we're going to talk about the second legend. It goes back to that same fire in 1948. In this one, however, it is a husband and wife that are stuck in the fire. The husband, who is extremely injured by the fire, hears his wife calling out for help over and over again from another room, trapped in a blaze. Because of his injuries, he is unable to aid his wife and has to listen to her continuous cries for help as she is slowly burned alive. I can't even imagine.
Can I give you a random story that made me think of this? Mm-hmm. So I was, perusing Reddit because I don't really have a life.
As you do.
And the title was Confessions That You've Never Told Anybody.
That would be a good episode.
Yeah. And so this guy said that he was in the towers, and during 9/11, when the planes hit. And he was saying he was with his wife, and they're a little bit older, and his wife was in a wheelchair. They still had kids, like their kids were like 14 or 15.
Right.
And there was like a blockage to like the stairwell, and he couldn't get his wife up there. So they talked and made an agreement that he would leave her there.
Oh.
And with the idea that she'd get saved later, but he knew in the back of his head that she was going to die.
Yeah.
And he was talking about how when he got into the stairwell, he looked at her and she looked at him, and then she looked away, and that was his cue to leave. That was her saying goodbye. It's so sad.
I can't. That's horrible.
Yeah.
You need to find some better content to go through at night, man.
I like.
I mean,
maybe
that's pretty brutal. I mean, for the show, that's great. Thanks for the content, buddy. But, for your own sanity, I think it's good that you try and peruse other things. Look at videos of kittens and puppies on YouTube. Those exist. Both of these theories are debunked as the Ventura County records state that no lives were lost in this fire. So the fire is real, but no human lives were lost. However, a similar version lingers in that area that the charman was a firefighter who was putting out the fire. So you were pretty close. So another legend's firefighter's putting out the fire. He dies, runs in the woods, and he's a charman. So,
yeah.
Okay, whatever. Now, the third theory tells of a horrible automobile fire that supposedly took place on Charman Bridge. Bum, bum, bum. The driver, being so badly burned beyond recognition, escapes from the car and runs into the woods. I don't know why burnt people are running into the woods, the most flammable place you can go if you're on fire, but apparently the woods are the place to go if you're burning alive.
It's like stop, drop, and roll, dude.
No, stop, drop, and run into the fucking woods.
He must have been taught wrong.
Or stop, drop, and roll into the trees. Some police officers have their own origin story of the Charman. Supposedly in the 60s, there was an elderly man in the area who suffered from a very bad case of skin cancer, making his face and arms extremely disfigured. He obviously didn't like to be seen, so he would go out at night to walk his dog. Occasionally, he was spotted by local youth who were frightened by him and would spread stories of the Charman.
Like, if you were in that situation, would you be tempted to troll?
Yeah, there are trolls.
Like, if you're that guy, right, and you're burnt and these people are afraid of you, like, you just act like you're, like, a dead vestige spirit. Like,
me being the asshole that I am, I would.
I would.
Like, I would use that to my full extent.
I'm in a fire. Help me. I'm in hell.
Right. Like, I mean, but we're assholes. We like
maybe.
to joke and stuff. But, I mean, this old man, he it's kind of sad. He doesn't want to be seen, so he goes out at night, and some local youth are spreading rumors that he's this Charman. But that's the local police authorities' origin story of this guy. To this day, it is said that the Charman wanders around the woods in Ojai, or Ojai, however you want to pronounce it. He will reportedly approach the tents of campers, or even pretend to be a hitchhiker and attack those who stop to help him, which doesn't really fit the narrative.
Like, it's like telling people not to help people that look burnt.
Right. Like, if someone comes out of the forest and he's, like, burnt looking for help.
Nope, I've seen this. See ya, buddy.
Like, no, you're the Charman. You're not getting me this time, buddy. I've heard about your story. He is described as being covered in burnt skin that is peeling off. He wears nothing more than charred bandages and stinks to high hell. There is a lesser populated road called Creek Road that has a bridge, which they call Charman Bridge. Some state that if you stop on the bridge, get out of your car and yell, "Help me, help me," the Charman will come out of the woods and attack you. Isn't that fucked up? Like, I mean, that kind of plays on his wife burning. Like, if I was dead and someone's making fun of that, like, help me, I'd beat the shit out of him.
That's pretty. I didn't think of it like that, but now that makes sense.
Help me, help me. They're just taunting him. Like, I'd beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
So that's one of the legends. But if you're making fun, you deserve to get your ass kicked. Because of the popularity of the...
just thinking, help me, help me.
Help me, help
it's
me.
so funny.
Just runs out of
flipping off the woods.
Fuck you. Fuck you, Woods. Fuck you, Charman. Okay. Because of the popularity of the Charman, a man by the name of Chris Sutton even created a hot sauce named after him. It is called Charman's Revenge Habanero Pepper Sauce.
You might as well profit off something like that.
Might as well. The good old California legend.
That's capitalism for you people outside of the United States.
Yeah, that's it.
Well,
you take a story, you make money off of it, you grow big, and that's just how you do it.
I think I learned something from you, Britton.
What's that?
In California, beware of Charmander.
Yeah, fucking nerd. See, it's funny because I was when I heard the story of what it was, I was like, "Oh, it's a Pokemon."
Yes,
it's ridiculous. So I did think that too. So I can't tease you too much for it. But that wraps up our first 5 states on our tour across the United States.
Only 45 more.
Our tour as we're sitting here in this room in Utah. Utah's gonna be one of the last ones, bro. We're way down the list.
Yeah, I bet it's a good one too.
Now I know we always ask. But, we ask because we sincerely want it. We want to hear from you guys, our listeners, especially if you're in one of these 5 states that we covered. We want to know if you've had any personal run-ins with any of these urban legends, personal stories. If you have pictures, documents, whatever, send them our way, guys. We will give you a shout-out on the show. We'll post on YouTube. We would love to get your information on here.
And let us know what bits you like. If you like the creepypastas, the Reddit readings, or this series we're doing, let us know.
Absolutely.
And if you can think of any other ones, recommend them.
Yeah, exactly. We're still trying new things. We're trying to shake things up. We're steadily growing in viewers, which is amazing. We really appreciate all you guys tuning in, spreading it out there. If you share it on Facebook, thank you so much. But we do want to make sure that we get your guys' content covered as well. So if you have suggestions, please send them in to entertheabysspod@gmail.com.
Well, as always, thank you for entering the abyss.
Until next week.